Hello scrappers. Thought I'd try to get a video out today. Got an old belt and disc sander here. Central Machinery, Harbor Freight. Looks like it's been through a fire. Not sure if you can see that or not. Let me see if I can zoom in on that momentarily. But you can see a lot of that plastic has been melted here. So I'm not sure if I can get, I got a knob here that helps hold this tray, aluminum tray here on, so I'm probably going to have to try to see if I can get in there with the angle grinder and cut that. I got a guard here, so yeah, I've been meaning to get a video out the last couple of days, but get busy doing a bunch of other stuff, and then come in the later in the afternoon. Then I'm just kind of tired and don't really feel like doing a video. So I thought, well, I need to get one out today for sure. Should have had one out 2 days ago. So anyway, we'll get something done here. Looks like these rollers here are aluminum. I do have a knob here I can twist. Flip that tiny little monitor over, maybe I can see what's going on if I pay attention to it. Yeah, current news, it's kind of hard to believe that that cargo ship ran into that piling and knocked that bridge down. It's just amazing how that bridge fell. This knob is breaking up. Looks like about a 7/16 possibly. See if I can get one on there. Yeah, smaller than that. 3/8 or 10 millimeter. The 10 seems to fit it, and it's pretty tight right there. So I guess that's probably about it. I may have to just get in there and try to chop it off. Okay, let's see what we can do with this knob over here. See if it's about the same. Kind of sounds like the road grader coming down the road. Yeah, a couple days ago I was working on this pile of motors over here. Put a dent in it, but I still got a long way to go. I filled up a milk crate already. Started a second milk crate. And I did get a couple of aluminum motors out of there too. And I'm not sure if this motor and this is aluminum or copper. Really can't quite get into it. Well, I think I might see if I can get on that with some vice grips. That 10 doesn't want to hold real well. Yeah, we've got a few cold days here and cold, windy out in the north. I think the highs are supposed to be in like the lower 50s yesterday, today, and tomorrow. plate on this back, I can get up a little bit higher. And I got a few bolts underneath on this thing too. I might check into those. Yeah, 10 millimeter. I spray some WD-40 on it real quick. See if that'll help any. This thing's old and rusty. Real good chance that these bolts are just going to break off. They kind of weld themselves into the aluminums a lot of times. Yeah, it seems to be turning. That's good. That's a good sign. Wasn't super tight. It looks like we've got probably cast iron case there. With this tape will be cast aluminum. I got a call to pick up a washer dryer today and something else. I told him I come by. It's not too far from the house. I picked up from this guy before. I think he said it's his mom or his mother-in-law or something like that. It's a couple houses away. So I said, yeah, wait a couple days. Let the weather warm up a bit. But Thursday, the wind's not supposed to be but about 9 or 10, so I think my wife and I are going to go down by Alex, Oklahoma, just north of town where the Ouachita River crosses. Go down there and do a little bank fishing. Doing a little research. The Ouachita River is like 295 miles long. Now I don't know if that's, you know, just how many miles it is from where it starts to where it ends. If that's the case, then by water it's probably closer to 500 miles, because that is one of the windiest rivers in the United States, they say. So there's not that many places along the river you can fish, just here and there where bridges happen to cross the river, because they say Oklahoma land is pretty much all privately owned. So accessing the river is just here and there. So I'm thinking rivers are probably pretty much underfished. You know, they're only fished in a few spots, so might be some good fishing. Kind of have to, you know, watch the river before you go down there fishing too. Make, you know, check and make sure there's no storms upstream, because that water will come and get you. And then, you know, if there's a good rain, wait a day or two until after the rain for the water to recede a little bit. Yeah, we're going kind of slow, it seems. Of course, a lot of this stuff I use hand tools on because it's so easy to strip these Phillips screws out if you run them on a drill a lot of times. I got a big Allen screw back here. Got an Allen screw there on the disc. But weather Thursday is supposed to be pretty nice in the afternoon. It's going to be 33 degrees or something for a morning low. Yeah, it's a piece of shred there. I think that one's wanting to turn. Okay, this one's turning. Yeah, I've had these out there in the pile for a while. Seems like it's getting so far that I'm tightening up. I watched a video from Outdoor Oklahoma, I think it was, or Department of Wildlife, something. They were down there limb line fishing, which wasn't really tying off the limbs. He was using some about 4 foot long pieces of PVC pipe, had fishing line tied to. 3 guys in the boat, little V bottom. Looked like they had about somewhere around 2 to 3.5 horsepower outboard on it. But my little 2 horsepower, I'm not sure if I'd want to run that on the river, because if I hit a branch or something underwater, it could break the prop. It's only plastic. So I started doing a little bit of research on the surface drive or mud motors. And that little 12-footer, I probably won't need a big high horsepower motor. So I think one of the smallest kits will take a 4 to a 7 horse. I think it was $295 mud skipper, and so I'll have to get the money saved up for that, and then order it, and then when I get it I can go down to Harbor Freight and pick up a 5 or 6 horsepower. I think I was looking at a 6, and I think the 6 horsepower was like about 150. I don't think that's breaking a loose any. Yeah, it's still not turning. Okay. Usually if that fails, then what I'll try to do, try to take the angle grinder. It's going to get loud, so unplug your earbuds if you got earbuds in. And creating a shadow over the screw. But what I try to do is cut a slot pretty much right in the center of that screw. I try not to go too deep, because you go too deep and then the screw is just going to break. The head of the screw will just break in half. But you want to go deep enough where you can get a good bite on it with the screwdriver. It's coming out now. Just putting up a little bit of a fight. get a bigger screwdriver. Try my big one. If I can get that mud motor, then I can kind of run up and down the river a little bit and get to a lot of fishing holes that probably have never been fished. Okay, now I got to see about getting the Allen wrench for this one. Now I don't know if these are standard or metric. I'm going to assume they're metric. Being this was probably made in China. That one fits. And it's wanting to turn. So see if I can get in here. Okay. Doesn't look like I can get in there with that one. Let's see. See if I can. There, we broke it loose. Just pried it, got it in a bind with the screwdriver. Yeah, kind of douse it down with WD and let it kind of soak maybe. There we go. Nice clean cast aluminum. That part came off pretty good. Okay, let's put this back in here. I'm going to flip this up and get this other Allen screw out of there. I think we pretty well got everything off this side. And now, let's see. Yep. Put this over here out of the way. Okay, I think we're done with the Allen set. I think. I hope. It's up to 49 out here now. It's getting warm. Hands are a little cold. Yeah, I never did finish this screw. And my blade's too short on the angle grinder to cut into that. What do you want, Oreo? That's probably this one's probably 10 millimeter again. And I put my little pick away. Yeah, it's getting close to April 1st already. You have to try to get down and get me a few tomato plants, and I want to put out some cucumbers. So I'll get some cucumber seed and a few things like that. Okay, I got a screw right there, Phillips. Okay, it broke loose. I don't know if I can. Not sure. I think this is the first one of these I've ever tore apart. That's kind of figure it out as you go. 4" by 6" belt sander. I'm running out of screws and stuff, so I'm going to have to start using pry bars and hammers here shortly. Interesting. Okay. Get my wire cutters. There's this switch box. That's plastic. Tear that open later and get the wire out from the inside. There's that metal plate there. Gets you into the belt drive. And we've got two Phillips screws on that I want to turn. So I'll have to figure out a way to block the motor from turning. Vice grips maybe either way. Okay. I'm going to try that with the impact screwdriver again because it started to strip on me. Nope, that's not doing any good. Try the angle grinder, I guess. Trying to pop that gear off, but it doesn't want to go. So let's go ahead and unbolt this case. Tight. Yeah, I was just thinking, where that ship hit that bridge there, it was outbound from the port, but so anything on that ship was not headed into the U.S., it was headed out. But with that bridge coming down the way it did across the harbor, across the shipping lane, I'm just curious. They say that harbor is the 6th busiest harbor in the U.S. And with that bridge now underwater, laying across the channel, ships cannot get in or out of the port. So hopefully they can get that cleared out of there quickly. I imagine they're going to have to get barges in there with cranes and try to lift it up off the bottom, and then tugboats are going to have to push it out of the way, and then either make an artificial reef or try to get it above water somehow. But question is, how long is that going to take, and what's that going to do to the supply chain for that area of the nation? So if you think you're going to be affected by any of the stuff coming in and out of that port, the lack of stuff coming in and out of that port, you might, if you've got the funding, get down and try to stock up a little bit on your essentials. We don't really know what's going to happen. And I'm sure I've got viewers in the area. It's something nobody's really talking about right now, but a lot of that is just going to depend on how long that port is closed. I think we're just trying to hit this with a hammer and knock that out. And yeah, that'll work. Get the majority off of there. This is cast iron, so that'll go in my my short iron pile, which you could also call #1 prepared steel or whatever. Okay, so down to the motor here, and then I still got this piece, and I think the rollers are aluminum, and I think this guard piece here is aluminum, and the rest of this is shred. And it looked like I saw, yeah, there's 3 screws right there that basically hold, not wanting to turn. If I get in there and get it before I strip it, I think. No, it doesn't even look like it's, I don't know if I can get in there with a bigger one. Number 2, probably not. I may have to try to get in there behind it. Yeah, I think I'm just boogering this thing up. It is not working for me. Okay. So what I think I'm going to do, I may have to try to get in here with the it's got a little bit of play. I'm going to have to try to get in there with the Sawzall, I do believe. Let me get this out of the way, so I'm not using it. Make me some room here. I'm no longer using this. Some of this stuff out of the way. I don't think I'm using that or that. Well, carbide blade, it should be overkill, but it'll get it done. Let's see. Now I want to cut in and cut the screw. So, try to get the right angle on here. Right about here. Yeah, I might have to try to get this screw off this wheel off this back side. Let me get a good cutting disc on there. We'll go that route. Yeah, we'll go that route. Oops, we got 2 of them. Okay, first I'm going to try to cut this bolt here and try to get that wheel out of there. Okay, and I gotta cut the spring. Kind of a lot of work for just a simple roller, aluminum roller. It looks like I just got a clip here on the end I got to remove. Yeah, let me see if I can get my right tool for the job. Yeah, lube it up a little bit. Okay, that one's off. Okay, there it is. Now it may have a bushing. Yeah, it looks like it does. See if I can knock that bushing out. Yeah, I think I got too much taper on the end of that punch. It's got to be pretty well square nosed. And I may have to put this in the vise. Yeah, it's coming out. Okay, it's out of there. And now, let's see if we can, I got a screw right about there, so I'll see if I can cut in there. Got one right about here. Now let's see, that one screw is gone now, so that's, I think this one should be cut through. Because I got one here that's kind of down in there, so it's kind of hard to get at. This thing's turning quite a bit now, so. Okay, yeah, only one screw left in there holding. It's right behind that little tab there too. Okay, let's get serious with this thing. There we go. That's what we were looking for. Nice and cleaned up now. And we got a bearing stuck on the shaft here. It looks like we got a drive screw down in there. Due to the fact that this is the drive wheel, it has to be pretty stout. So, get our handy dandy Allen wrenches back over here. And see if we can figure it out. That one seems to fit. It broke loose. Well, in order to drive that out from the middle, I'm going to have to probably cut this end right here. Okay, let's get some of this stuff put away. Got that one handle over there, it's kind of in the way where I can't get that over the table really well. Yeah, we might not be able to get that out of there. It might take a while. I may have to soak that for a while. This might just be something I have to might be something I have to soak or something I may have to melt. Yeah, I need to get that melting pot fired up and get some melting videos going again. Got that cut off of there so I can get it out of the way. Yeah, I'll just set this on the workbench for now. I'll go ahead and put it in the vise and then spray some WD-40 in there. See if that'll help. Spray some now, come back in an hour or so and spray it again. Okay, now we got this one. Got our motor. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to tear this motor down on this video. I'll tear it down a little ways. We'll find out if it's copper or aluminum. I can't hardly get to the windings with this housing on it. In a Chicago Electric, it's probably aluminum. I'm hoping it's not, but yeah, it looks like here in the next few days they're talking high 70s, 80s again. Our last average frost is April 15th, so I'm debating whether I want to put some okra out. I got a few raised beds I've been working on. I want to pick up some manure today. Okay, let me get my file. Yeah, I'll just hit it with the grinder. It's right here. Yeah, it looks like it's copper. That's nice. I don't know if the camera's picking that up. Nice copper. So let me cut these wires and I'll put this down in the tote. Milk crate. Probably go ahead and take me a break. Then I might come out and tear some more of these motors down. Got a 5-gallon bucket right there that I'm putting all the aluminum ends in, and I'll have to clean them up. Oh, thing fell over in the front. Just a little deal I made up. So when you get all these ends like this that don't want to come off, I can just set it on there and knock it through. This looks like it's nice and clean, so I'll just toss it in there. This one here, the bearing's out of it too, so that's clean. I'll throw that in clean cast. So that motor's ready to finish up. I'll show you what's left of this pile over here. There's still quite a bit left, but I did. There's some of the motors I already did. pretty good size one in there. And I've still got, yeah, a big one there, ceiling fan. There's a couple aluminum ones. Another nice big one right there. A couple there. So yeah, there's still quite a few motors in there. So now I got I think that one's probably aluminum windings, and then I got a couple up here on the shelf that are aluminum windings. So I get them all cleaned up. Have another batch of copper ready to sell. So start saving up for that mud motor surface drive. I think it's, what did I say, $295 for the kit, and then another $150 for the motor. That's about a 6 horsepower horizontal shaft. I think someone said that it would push that little boat probably 8-10 miles an hour, 12, something like that. That's fast enough, especially on a river where you got down trees and everything else. So, of course, then I'm going to have to probably put some gator glide underneath to kind of help protect the boat. Stuff where you can just slide right over things and it won't scratch it up. So I want to thank everybody for watching, and hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it wasn't too boring. Yeah, some of that you just got to figure it out as you go. And I want to remind everybody about my Amazon affiliate page. I don't get a lot of money on it, but you make a little bit here and there, and it helps subsidize the Social Security. So pretty much living on that now, and at least YouTube money helps. But my wife got a message on the computer here about a month ago now, I guess, asking about my wife, you know, if her, you know, about her name and stuff like that. And come to find out, it was her, basically one of her cousins on her mom's side, and she never really knew anybody on her mom's side. So the wife, now they're all planning for us to go up to Branson sometime, probably around September, and where she can meet her cousin, run around for a couple days. So had to try to get some money saved up for that. So hope copper prices go up and stay up, and shred too. Right now shred's dropping. If it drops too much, I'll just be stockpiling for a little while. But I'm going to take a break. It's 2:30. It's break time. And then I'm going to come out and probably try a couple more of these down, and try to get this pile cleaned up, get that little compressor head out of here. But now I got a few compressors there to do, so I got some work to do in here. And I got, you know, I got all them little motors there to do, and I got a 5-gallon bucket in the other room. So we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.